Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, with more of the dual class arena in Hearthstone. We lost our first match, we're currently 3 wins to 1 loss. Will we get a 4th win, or will we be summarily defeated like we were last time? Waiting to see if my opponent will drag out that final turn. Sometimes it happens. More often in arena than not.
Valir versus Gul'dan.
We are playing against a Warlock Warrior. And I have Demon Fire. And nothing to actually use Demon Fire on, apart from an enemy minion, so we'll keep both of those and... Ooh, a Doubling Imp. That could be useful for Demon Fire.
Happy Hallow's End.
Hello! You have a 1-drop. That is a little awkward because I don't have a way to deal with that. We'll just wait.
Shields up!
Now you have a 2-drop. Do I coin out the Doubling Imp? No, there's really no point. At this point we can quite safely Shadow Bolt. We have a lot of cards. We do have the Tar Lurker on turn 5, or turn 4 if I choose to play it on turn 4. Voidwalker, and we could Voidwalker Demon Fire. That's pretty good. Also, if you're going to emote for the entire match, I'll have to squelch you. Perhaps the opponent hurt me. Okay, you are not going to trade. I'm going to trade. I'm going to trade, and I think I will play a Gnomish Inventor. Ooh, Fire Bloom Phoenix. I did warn you. You get squelched now. Darius Crowley. Oh dear. That's not good. That is a 6-4 I'm dealing with now, but I can deal with a 6-4. And I think I'll then play some Doubling Imps. Let's see what happens now. I do have the Violet Worm for later.
Truth is my
Sunwalker. And some face damage. After, of course, trading into the 2-2 with the 2-3. Probably my best bet here is to get rid of this and play that. Could trade in to get rid of the Divine Shield, which I actually will do. The Phantom Militia could be quite useful, the Tar Lurker could also be quite useful here. But I am at quite a disadvantage, mainly due to the Darius Crowley.
Get in there and fight!
An Abusive Sergeant to get rid of the 3-3. And a Spark Engine to get a 1-1 Rush Minion for 1 to trade away into the 2-1. And then a Stone Skin Basilisk to get rid of any taunt that I would play. It's safe to say this isn't going so well, because this minion will just be traded away. I need to have a wide board here. Wide in the sense that playing the Tar Lurker is not going to help. It's safe to say this match isn't going to end so well for me, unless something amazing happens. Which I don't think it will. We could get Shadow Flame, that would certainly help. Shadow Flame would really help right now.
What fools these mortals be!
You can armor up again. It's not over yet, not until I see what card I get. Shadow Flame! Isn't that handy? We're going to play this minion.
I will be your doom.
And Shadow Flame. We're back in the match, but only just, because we have 9 health and the opponent effectively has 36. It's going to be quite an upward struggle.
Dark One,
Cursed Disciple? and something to cast on the Cursed Disciple. Carnivorous Cube. We could do something. If we play this first and then the Tar Lurker, at the very least the Tar Lurker will soak up some damage, unless the opponent has a way to get through the Tar Lurker without using my minions. A Hatchling? Adapt, probably for poisonous if you can get it. Which you may not be able to. I don't think you got it if you're considering for this long. +1/+1. And a Fen Creeper. You're going to trade both of your minions in. Which still means that I'm in trouble. That is 4 damage, 7 damage, 10 damage, and I have no way to stop this damage. Might as well tap for a card. That will, in theory, save me for a little bit. Not for long, though. It is a 12/6, which does help.
I want you, and you, and you.
Might as well just do this here. We are going to take 3 damage. Not much we can really do to avoid that. Or 4 damage if the opponent trades these two in. It's either 3 or 4. Violet Worm. We have one of them. Unfortunately, we're in some bother, because you're going to trade the 4/2 in to get those 2 extra 5/1s. We don't have another Shadow Flame, sadly. But Lich King would help. A little bit. A tiny bit. You're trading into the 3/2. Nope, you're not. You're going face. There's the Lich King, but I don't think your Lich King is really going to help here. Because you have 7 damage. Yeah, it's not going to help too much, but I'll play it anyway. Why not, eh? Get rid of this. Get rid of that. It's still, unfortunately, lethal. Not... Yeah, it's still lethal. So, we're just going to concede.
I give up.
Not much we can do there. We had too little health. Darius Crowley was a definite card that swung the match into the opponent's favour. And so, we are now at 3/2. Will we lose a third time? We'll have to see. Could very well do. And then the game goes, we can't find an opponent for this person. We'll have to search forever. Please don't search forever. Hey, you didn't search forever. That's good. Is it a worthy opponent? Maybe. It is. Good.
Valera versus Thrall.
Shaman Warrior.
For Doomhammer.
What?
We have early game. Let's keep that early game and get rid of these two. We have more early game. And something to get rid of all of those pesky weapons that warriors can have. If that is, this opponent has a weapon. Shamans also have weapons.
Happy Hallow's End.
Hello.
Why do you fall?
We'll start with a 1/3 taunt and see where we go from there. Do you have a play? You do not. Good. I will get another card. And then I'll probably play the... I could play the Marsh Drake next turn and trade my 1/3 in. Might not be a bad idea. In fact, I think I'll do that. I think I'll do that.
I will be your doom. Ready?
I'll trade a 1/3 for a 5/4. Not a bad minion. A Kaboom Bot. Fortunately, I have a way to stop a Kaboom Bot. A Tar Creeper. 5 damage. Not bad. It's not a bad taunt. I'll be sad when that one cycles into wild. Witch's Cauldron. Oh, you want to bet I'm trading into that. Oh, and Frost Shock. Alas, that was unfortunate. Don't have a way to deal with the Cauldron right now, but we could do with a doubling imp and a loot hoarder. I was hoping that the Kaboom Bomb would have hit the taunt instead, but I wasn't so fortunate.
Hide the polar bear express.
Okay,
Back to work.
now it can attack. And you chose not to attack. That's fair enough. Now it is gone.
Victory.
And I'll get a card. And I think I will just hit face a bit more. It was quite fortunate that I got the Argent Commander there. The 4/4 we can hopefully get rid of with the Argent Commander. Ooh, Warpath. That will get rid of everything, which isn't that great. But we do have Phantom Militia as a potential taunt, which we could use. I might actually just play Omega Defender instead, though. Oh, Vulgar Homunculus. That's actually better. And a Blink Fox gives me Earthen Might. I actually do have some elementals. That's not a bad card to see. So, we're going to see a trade into the Taunt minion. Or are we going to see something very powerful, like a Bone Mare, or a Korkron Elite? That works too. And face is where that damage is going. We could play some Phantom Militias here. I think that's not a bad idea. There we go. And another one. And we'll get some more.
And you.
And I want to trade into the Thor too, because that way if you have something that could deal even more damage to your minion and gain even more attack, like an Inner Rage, you can't use it. Coin a 9-drop. Oh, Phantom Militias of your own. That's one of my taunts gone. I could get rid of these by using Master of Disguise and Shadow Flame. Probably a good idea because I'm at quite low health. Let's do that.
Enter the shadows.
Goodbye. We can always just get more damage with Earthen Might if we need it. You probably have another really powerful minion though. Walnut Sprites for more Echo minions. Getting another Phantom Militia here would be really good. That is not a Phantom Militia, but we could play that. Or we could play this, and then Earthen Might it. Ooh, that's not so bad. I think I'll do this. There we go. Get something that will allow us to quite efficiently trade into the 3/3 that's left. And we have a 5/5 now.
I will purify the
Now it is a 3/5 and a Nesting Rock. Okay. We don't have a demon right now, which is a shame. But we can quite reasonably trade into this. And we will. There we go. I'll have a 12/6, thank you. And a Rotten Apple Bomb. I think face is the best place for this minion to go. Have to be a little bit bold in my plays, otherwise I'll be in some bother. Ah, there's the War Axe. We can do something with dealing with that War Axe. You have to trade a minion in either way. Armor up. execute. Fortunately, we do have Demon Fire. Demon Fire will help me get rid of that 5-2. So, Demon Fire, Corrosive Sludge, Dragon Slayer. Going to need that 4-3 on the board. Now, who's going to draw their Echo minion first? A Vryghoul? The Apple Bomb is pretty good against the Vryghoul. Base damage? Right, let's do some true. Hello! Nice to see you, Phantom Militia. How are you? Are you well? Good. Trade here. Thanks. Those Phantom Militias are certainly proving their worth here, preventing me from taking damage. Direhorn Hatchling. We have a good way to get through that, though. You're not trading, that makes sense. So we shall instead trade here and there. We're still not going to trade, though. There we go. And I think a healing taunt is a good idea. And doing that, I'll keep the Firefly in hand. If you do manage to get through all this, I can then get some health back and then play Batar Lurker. Tidal Surge to heal. Puts you at 10. You could then trade into a 2-1 to give my maximum damage as 9. I will deal that damage. And then more Phantom Militias, I feel. So many taunts! Perhaps I will get to that 4th win. It would be nice. Armor up.
What fools these
Black Wolf
mortals
Pixie. You could armor up Reckless Flurry. Would still kill you, though. And there they go for the win. Aha!
Well played.
Not 3-3 for me. 4-2. But can I go to 5-2? Let's find out. Let's not wait. Let's just queue up immediately and immediately be presented with Doom. Doom of the doomiest variety. An opponent has been found. A tricky foe. A worthy opponent.
Valera versus Valera.
A rogue warrior.
Watch.
Hello.
your
We have early game, we have
always do.
very defensive early game. In fact, I'm going to keep my entire hand. We could play the Vulgar Homunculus turn 2, the Stonehill Defender turn 3, and who knows beyond. 1 card mulliganed from the opponent. Just 1.
Happy Hallow's End.
Hello.
Happy Hallow's End.
Let's see what you do. Unfortunately, I didn't get anything that heavily synergized with taking damage. The Warlock Spellstone would have been nice, but sadly, no. Also, I have my late game. I may not get to my late game, depending upon what my opponent has.
I'm warning you. I'm unstable.
Do I trade now? Probably. Or I could play the Stonehill Defender and trade then. I'll do that.
Out of my jungle.
Hungry Etin or Rusty Recycler? Hungry Etin, I feel. Let's see what happens. Nice! Went to the one I wanted it to hit, so that I still have both of the minions in play. That was fortunate. I have a decent number of cards, my opponent has more. There's no real reason for me to trade here, but I could get rid of that using a Shadow Bolt, but instead I will just play this.
Dark path is my destiny.
my opponent can trade into one of my minions, and then I'll play the Shadow Bolt. There's a lot of minions on my side, not a lot of power to them. Coin 5 drop. Ooh, Super Collider. That went into that minion there. Going to trade there. Okay, Super Collider. Can I have my... Nope, I cannot have that. We'll definitely do some trading here.
For the master.
Now, if I do this, that means there aren't many good trades for you to make with the Super Collider. And I think I'll just tap. There we go. You could hit the 2-1, and that will just kill the 2-1. The only thing you can really do is hit the 3-3 and kill the 1-1 with it. That won't work how you want it to. Right, we can do some pretty decent trading here. And we will.
For the
This, and that, and then we'll play the Hungry at it. There you go. There's only one minion on my side of the board. Your Super Collider won't work against it. Apart from being a 1-1 weapon.
X marks the spot.
Now it's a 4-3. Good synergy there with the pirate.
This guy's toast.
Okay, it's a 4-8 now. You're not going to trade the weapon in. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, what can we do? We can do that. And then this. And then scatter about these fireflies. Making it a little awkward to do anything with the Super Collider. There we go, that's not too bad. We have a fair number of, academic espionage. Let's hope those aren't decent cards. I remember what happened the last time that was played. Goodbye. 1-2. You'll trade there. I think we'll play the Violet Worm next turn. Hallucination. Get a rogue card. Could be sap. Could very well be sap, but I have to play thinking that it won't be sap. Unless you're going to play it immediately. It's Eviscerate. That eases my concerns slightly. Violet Worm it is. A 7-7, a mighty opponent indeed. Will you prevail? Let's find out. You're looking at that card you just drew. And that card as well. You have a few options, I have more though. Mossy Horror to get rid of the 1-2. And Armor Up. I'm definitely going to get rid of that minion. Go. Do I want more of these? No, I actually don't. I just want to tap here for another... Ooh! And just in case something happens, I'll put a Void Walker in between them. Don't want you super colliding my 4/7's damage into my 7/5. That would be awkward. It's also good betrayal placement as well. Armor up, nothing. Well, I'm not going to play anything else. I have no reason to. If you have a mind control tag, I'm not playing into it. I will tap, though. I have a quite reliable 9 damage a turn. which will eat away at your armor and 7 of your health every turn. You'll be dead in a couple of turns. You'll need to play something. Am I going to get to 5 wins? It could happen. Iron Cowl to silence that minion. Okay, now it's a 1-7. Mossy Horror number 2? You did have a mind control tech. I thought you might. Ooh, Edwin Van Cleef. Edwin Van Cleef is about to become Edwin Van Not Alive anymore, sadly, because I have many ways to get rid of it. And I'm going to get rid of it by using, could use, the Castaway and this minion. I think I will, actually.
So many options.
Let me go home.
There we go. And we'll, use this one here. Trade here. And then I think I will use the Steel Ranger to get rid of the 3-3 and deal another 7. Don't need to play Lich King here. Got a pretty strong board as it is. Don't have lethal next turn. Not yet, anyway. Unless you do something that damages yourself, that would be good. Armoring up brings you even further out of lethal range. But Lich King next turn will help. Fan of Knives, draw a card. Good card? Bad card?
I get
Not a good card.
well played.
We've won another match! I am up to 5 wins, and I finished a daily. Will I get to 6? That remains to be seen as we queue up once more. This could be a very short match, potentially, or a very long one. They tend to get even better, the opponents, as you go up, because of course they've won just as many as you have.
Valera versus Gul'dan.
A Warlock Mage who is golden. Let's see if I can best you. I want to keep the Dragon Slayer and get rid of these 2 cards and see what I can get. That's not fantastic. A Violet Worm and a Shadow Flame. No early game to be seen. You mulliganed your entire hand, however.
Happy Hallow's End.
And still no early game. That's not good. Fortunately, we have an early game card now, and I'm going to play it. I want something on the board. Something that can threaten to deal damage constantly unless you take care of it. Coining out a 3-drop. I have no desire to trade into that. So I'm just going to do that. I'll let you do the trading. Next turn I'll play the Grim Necromancer. Okay, that's 3 damage. And I'm going to play Grim Necromancer. Get a decent board. Not bad. What are you going to do? Saronite Chain Gang, and there's going to be some trading. Fortunately, I can now play the Tar Lurker and get rid of one of these minions. There we go. A nice 4-7 for you to try and get through. You could trade all your minions into it. I don't think you will. You might have a spell that will help. A Fireball would... Fireball? Polymorph? You're reconsidering? Giant Wasp. Right, this is definitely a turn to Shadow Flame, I feel. Definitely a turn to Shadow Flame. Unless I decide to do something different. What else could I do? Shadow Flaming the 2-2 would not deal with the 2-3 here, and it would give the opponent a 2-2. What other options do I really have? I could play the Argent Commander and get rid of the 2-3, trade trade that into there, and then go, that could work. That could work. That here, that there, base. Because if you're going to trade into a minion with poisonous, might as well use it to trade into a minion myself. Dark Possession. Deal 2 damage to any friendly character, get a demon. Ooh, Demon Fire. It's not the worst though. I'm going to ping that, that's fine. Mecharoo. And just keep dealing 3 damage with the Vryghoul. Demon Fire for myself. That's actually quite good. We'll play it. And we'll get more of these.
I want you, and you, and you.
And we'll deal more damage to your face.
For the master.
A 4-4, a 2-2, a 2-1, and a 3-2 is a pretty decent board, and a Violet Worm next turn will certainly help make that better. Unless you have something nasty. Now, we can trade into that, and I think we shall. Nope. Violet Worm here. Gotta get rid of this, really. We have a 7-7 that hopefully will not be turned into a sheep. It was frozen. That's not so good. We could Shadow Flame it. That's actually quite tempting. It's very tempting to Shadow Flame it, because otherwise we are not going to do so well with stopping all of this damage. Could play the Tar Creeper, the 5-5 will trade into that. Tempted to do that. Really tempted to, could play the Tar Creeper, the Voidwalker, and a Shadow Flame. I'm going to play the Tar Creeper, and then I'm going to Shadow Flame. Gives him a 2-2, gives me a lot of 1-1s though. That was a lot of damage that was being threatened towards me. Flame Strike, Dread Infernal, oh dear. That's not so good. We do have more taunts though. We also have a Rotten Apple Bomb. Let's play this and trade and play. Actually, play this and that. Don't want to play the Rotten Apple Bomb. Save the Rotten Apple Bomb.
Neither snow, nor rain, nor wind.
Oh dear. You're trading. That makes sense. Right. To say we're in a bad situation, bit of an understatement. But we're not dead yet. Rotten Apple Bomb. Doubling him. We trade here, and do we tap? We really have to tap. We have to tap to get more cards. So you're going to trade that in there. Feeding time! But we do gain the health. And that's important. We do gain the bonus health. However, we're at 4. And that's not going to help me. I'm going to have to tap. Could I get a taunt from this? No! No taunt for me. So unfortunately, we're pretty much doomed.
Well played.
Well played. I was not going to get towards 6 wins, it seems. A shame, but my opponent just had a better deck and minions than me. That Dread Infernal, really good. Still, 5 wins, not bad. Certainly better than what I normally do. So let's get that unlocked and see what my reward is. 1 pack, 50 gold, and another 60 gold, which is an exceptionally good reward. Not bad. That is the only dual class arena I'm going to be doing, however, because I got very fortunate there. Normally, I'm not so fortunate. It typically is, you win twice, or you win 3 times, or in one time when I went to arena, you don't win at all. Generally, I don't play much Arena. It's enjoyable from time to time, but I'm not that good at it, and I don't find it as enjoyable as playing Constructed. But that was the dual class Arena that the game gave me for free. And when we come back, folks, who knows what the future will hold? Except probably less Hallow's End, because by the time I do another one of these videos, it'll be over. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.